Call to order, April 29th, 2025, the day after the federal election, where the world continued to go on as normal. Call to order, item number 2, first in-camera session, none. Treaty land acknowledgement, and then I'll do regrets. We acknowledge that we are signatories of Treaty 5 and that we reside in the traditional territory of the Nissitchewayasee Cree Nation. The school district of Mystery Lake is located in the community of Thompson in the province of Manitoba. Manitoba is located on the traditional and ancestral lands of Neato Innu Cree, Denisulin Itene, Métis Inuit, Asininu, Oji Cree, Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, and Dakota Oyata Dakota nations. The school district of Mystery Lake remains committed to honoring treaties in the spirit of truth and reconciliation. We are all treaty people. We have tonight regrets from Trustee Sharker, who's not with us. We have regrets from the Vice Chair, Tomaszewski. We have regrets from Superintendent Henderson. And online with us tonight on the Zoom, we have Trustee Anderson. We have before us the agenda for tonight. Can I have someone move the approval of the agenda? Trustee Young, seconded by Trustee Humby. All those in favor? Carried. Adoption of the minutes. We have the minutes from April 15th, there for your perusal. Can I have someone move that we accept the minutes from last April 15th? Trustee Nicholsaw, seconded by Trustee Young. All those in favor? Carried. Item number 6, delegations, presentations, none. Item number 7, business from previous board meeting, none. Item 8, Superintendent of Human Resources and Policy Report.
I've provided you with a written report. It's that time of year, folks. Okay.
We say that every 6 weeks is that time of year.
That time of year. Do not be alarmed by the 15, 16 vacancies that we have. Of those, I can already say without a doubt that's probably about 6 of those positions have been hired for already. So the resignation date, the official resignation date for anybody hired after 2004 is tomorrow night at midnight. I got to commend people this year. They were really good. They some of them resigned early, which gave us an opportunity to get a kind of a head start on some of the hiring. So I don't anticipate like a whole bunch more as of like midnight tomorrow, maybe 1 or 2, but I'm not anticipating that. I just wanted to comment that we had the regional-wide science fair at Riverside School on April 12th and 13th. It was 11 to 12, sorry. Thank you, Marat. That's why she's my partner on the science fair. Yeah, it went well. How many projects do we have from the PAW?
We have 4 projects from the PAW.
So yeah, we're getting some interest now from some of the other communities, yeah, which is really good. We are not sending a delegation this year to the Canada-wide Science Fair, but we had some really good younger projects, so we're hoping that that kind of picks up some momentum and they build on those and take a huge interest in Science Fair and develop their projects when they get to grade 7 and 8, because those are the ones that qualify. Well, grade 7 to 12 will qualify for the Canada Science Fair. So, but we did not have anyone qualify this year. I have a number of resignations and retirements. Dan Odette has submitted his letter of retirement effective June 30th. Mr. Odette started working for the district in '93. He took a leave from teaching in '08 to pursue other interests. He returned to the district in '15. He taught grade 5 at Wapanuck and then returned to Artie Parker to teach English in '19. He's retiring from his teaching position at the English department in Artie Parker. David McDonald submitted his letter of retirement effective July 10th, 2005. Mr. McDonald has been employed with the district since 2011. He has worked as a custodian at Deerwood, Riverside, and Burtwood schools, and he's retiring his position as a head caretaker at Westwood. I would like to, just on that note, commend him. He was a big help when we experienced the fire and had to do all that moving there last summer. He was fantastic. I was kind of the person in charge of getting Burntwood set up for the new kids, and that team over there was really great with me, like for help. Ruth Gilbo submitted her letter of resignation effective March 28th. She started with the district in 2022 as an ideal teacher at Westwood School. Marley Frakes has submitted her letter of resignation effective June 2025. She started with us in January as a grade 5 teacher at Deerwood. Brooklyn Lundergan has submitted her letter of resignation effective June 30th. Ms. Lundergan started with the district in 2022 in the cosmetology department of Artie Parker. Christina Pankew has submitted her letter of resignation effective June 30th. Ms. Pankew started with the district in January of 2020 as a grade 2 teacher at Brentwood School, and she's resigning from that position. Jillian Peddle has submitted her letter of resignation effective June 30th, 2025. She started with the district in November of 2023. She was the Deerwood School and school counselor, and she's resigning from that position. Michelle Romanek has submitted her letter of resignation effective June 30th, 2025. She started with the district in 2021 in the science department at Artie Parker. Julian Arcega submitted his letter of resignation effective June 30th, 2025. He's been employed with the district since 2016. Mr. Arcega has taught middle years in the high and junior high at Deerwood, and he's resigning from his position in the English department at Artie Parker. So, on behalf of myself and Superintendent Henderson and all of you, we wish all of these folks the best in whatever brings them in their future. So.
Time to be an English major.
Yeah. Any questions?
What would it take to get Flin Flon here for the science fair?
It would take probably a champion of the science fair for Flin Flon, but was there not some interest, or was there one person that inquired about the paw? Okay, yeah, she used to teach here. Yeah.
I'm going to see her soon, and I'm going to have a chat with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman for years that was a big champion for science fair, and he's since retired. So ever since that, sometimes you need a champion for these things to get them up and running again. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we could work towards it.
Frontier has their own science fair.
Yeah. Maybe Nelson House.
Their own science fairs.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. MF Nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they usually host it in Winnipeg.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Item number 9, we table because we don't have her tonight. Item number 10, Secretary Treasurer's Report.
Circulated in your board packages, expenditures year-to-date as of April 24th, 2025. We are 76.7% through the school year. Our total expenditures to date, not including the insurance expenditures, $36,927,473, and that's 73.6% of plan. Things are tracking well. With regards to our addressing food insecurities with the breakfast and snack programs from our various donors, of the $178,000 that we've received in grants, we have spent 51% of that at this time, $91,274. There's no change at this time to our surplus levels. Things are still tracking well. That's about all I have for this evening.
Super. Item number 11, new business. Procedural Bylaw 0625, second reading. The procedural bylaw establishes rules of procedure for the guidance of the school board and conduct of its meetings. 3 readings are required for substantive bylaw revisions. Revision to Section 2, inaugural meeting of the board, has been provided by the Policy Committee, which includes the addition of Item 2. The document has been circulated with markup containing the proposed revision that trustees who are not present during position nominations must provide consent in writing to allow their candidacy to stand. The first reading was passed at the regular board meeting held April 15th, 2025. The Policy Committee recommendation before us is that procedural bylaw 0625 be given a second reading for the revision to Section 2, inaugural meeting of the board, Item 2. And I did give a background to this last meeting for the rationale. So can I have someone move that we so do? Trustee Nicholsaw, seconded by Trustee Humby. Any discussion before we vote? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor? Trustee Anderson? I think you're on mute, Lindsay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, good. passed. Third reading. Procedural bylaw 0625, third reading. The procedural bylaw establishes rules of procedure for the guidance of the school board and conduct of its meetings. 3 readings are required for substantive bylaw revisions. Revision to Section 2 inaugural meeting of the board has been provided by the policy committee, which includes the addition of item 2. The document has been circulated with markup containing the proposed revision that trustees who are not present during position nominations must provide consent in writing to allow their candidacy to stand. The first reading was passed at the regular board meeting held April 15th, 2025. The policy committee recommendation is that procedural bylaw 0625 be given third and final reading for the revision to Section 2 inaugural meeting of the board, item 2. Can I have someone so move? Trustee Young, seconded by Trustee Humby. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, passed. 11.3 USW Committee, rescind motion 2025-111. At the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees held March 11, 2025, resolution number 2025-111 approved Trustee Humby appointment as a third member of the USW Negotiating Committee. Trustee Sharker has declared a conflict with all matters for USW, leaving 5 trustee votes for the USW matters. The committee shall have 2 trustees to ensure all binding decisions occur at the board table. So we have before us the recommendation that the motion 2025-111, that Trustee Humby be a member of the bargaining committee, be rescinded. Yeah. Can I have someone move that we discuss? Trustee Young, seconded by Trustee Nicholsaw. Any discussion?
I was just wondering why
Yeah.
this being rescinded.
Yeah. Who wants to speak to that?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because we figured with MD being in conflict, if we had 3 of us on the committee, we could bind the board because we would have quorum. Sorry, yes. So by Abby being rescinded, that forces the committee to come back to the board for decision.
Okay, thank you.
That was my first question too, Lindsay, was that. But yeah, on reflection, it does make sense. Yeah. Because if you bargain, if one of the 3 trustees votes against, that's bargaining in bad faith. I think that's the logic of that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so hearing no more discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, ayes have it. Yes.
Turn the meeting over for the next motion.
Oh, okay, yes, because this involves myself. Vice Chair is not here. Trustee Young, would you mind taking over for this next one?
Okay. Item 11.14. The 2025 CSBA Congress and National Trustee Gathering on Indigenous Education will be held July 2nd through the 5th in Winnipeg, hosted by the Manitoba School Boards Association, MSBA. Chairperson Warner Brown has requested permission to attend this event. The recommendation is that Chairperson Warner Brown's request to attend the 2025 CSBA Congress in Winnipeg, Manitoba on July 2nd through 5th, 2025 be approved. We have a mover and a seconder. Mover, Trustee Humby, seconder, Trustee Nicole Saw. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor? Lindsay?
Yeah.
11.5, school bus purchase. So I guess to go back to 11.4, Kelly mentioned, I'm 90%, I'm able to go, but it's better we have the motion and then I can go if I choose. I think, I've been wanting to go, it's in Winnipeg, it makes sense that one of us goes, and then Kelly reminded me that superintendent is speaking at the presentation with some of our staff, so I think it's appropriate that one of us goes. But if, yeah, yeah. 11.5, school bus purchase. The school district has received $110,000 approval of provincial funding for a small school bus purchase. Additional funds are required from surplus to cover the shortfall. So the Finance Committee recommendation before us is that $50,000 from undesignated operating surplus be designated for the 2025 school bus order purchased through the school bus tender process with the pupil transportation unit of the province. Can I have someone move? Trustee Young, seconded by Trustee Humby. Kelly, did you want to speak to this? Or was this Superintendent Henderson's baby?
Superintendent Henderson had worked with the province to secure funding. It's my understanding the bus will be for Artie Parker students. We do not have the city transportation at this time, and it will help with our attendants to get into the distances to the high school. So we've secured the bus that should be arriving in the fall, and the transportation personnel are in the process of being posted and will be ready for the fall.
There's a few things that need to get squared away before. I mean, there's a lot of legislative requirements that, I mean, we're not accustomed to because of, you know,
Like
school bus.
accessibility.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of procedures that need to be.
Daily inspections.
Logbooks, all of those things so Donna Johnson has graciously volunteered to help go through some of the procedural writing stuff. Kelly's,
We found a good contact with the province of the pupil transportation unit, who's a great resource for us to guide the development and share his experience with us to get that up and running.
yeah,
But we need the paperwork in place before we can actually start transporting students.
I mean, there's a lot of, when you contract a service, those responsibilities fall to them. So we like I said, we're not accustomed to having to transport students. So
Because student first is all we are.
yes, and we contract them. So
Yeah.
that's kind of, there's some legislative requirements that we definitely, and some procedures that have to be developed prior to operation.
Any questions from my colleagues? No?
Not at this time. I think there'll be a few more questions as we move forward, once we start figuring out more on personnel and everything else, but.
Trustee Lindsay, do you have any questions? No? Okay. Good, okay, let's call the question. All those in favor? Okay. Passed.
All right.
11.6, a request to conduct study.
Yeah, so Natalie Pigas is doing her thesis work, and she's wanting to survey and do a study for her thesis here in Thompson. I've provided you with the questions. I don't foresee a problem with any of the information she's requesting from some of our staff. I think some of it would actually be very helpful, just in terms of getting our heads around, like, what can we better do to introduce teachers to the North that aren't familiar with it, to provide them with a better sense of belonging, for retention. So those are the types of questions that she's looking for. So Natalie Pigas, a graduate student completing her master's thesis at the Faculty of Education at the University of Manitoba, is requesting permission to conduct a qualitative study to understand the challenges of teachers new to working in northern Manitoba. This research has been approved by the Research Ethics Board at the University of Manitoba on the Fort Garry campus. So my recommendation is that the University of Manitoba graduate student, Natalie Pigas, be allowed to proceed with her study, Belonging, Community, and Preparedness. Teachers share experiences working and living in northern Manitoba, and share the results of the study with the Board of Trustees. She's also indicated that pseudonyms will be used, all of those kind of things, when conducting her research. Right.
Any questions?
Did you not approve her for something previously? Was there not something last year?
I don't
Or
believe
was
so.
it, wasn't there another study that?
There was a different
Yeah,
research,
there's,
but
yeah.
not this one.
Any external research that's gonna be published about, about our division or utilizing people from our division, requires board approval. I mean, if somebody's doing something, an action research project in their classroom to, try out some type of new reading program or something like that, that doesn't require board approval, but this is an outside person coming into our district, and again, the information will be published, so,
The decision matrix identifies under board decision.
yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none? Oh, go ahead.
What kind of information are they gonna publish?
Well, it'll be in her thesis, so there's in the package, there's a series of questions that she asks. So just basically what she'll do is ask the questions and probably publish the themes that result out of the responses to the questions. There's guiding question for research participants in the package. Maybe you didn't, did you not get the package, Lindsay?
Yep.
Just, okay. Just things like, why did you decide to move to Thompson? Did you have any specific preparation for living in the north? Did you feel adequately prepared for living in the north? Did your university program offer you any northern practicums? Retention. What challenges did you experience while teaching in Thompson? What are your plans? Do you plan on teaching here long term? Those are the types of questions.
Okay.
Okay?
Good. All those in favor?
Mover seconder.
Oh, I have not moved it yet. Can someone move that we accept? Trustee Nichols saw, seconded by Trustee Humby. All those in favor?
Yeah, I
Okay. Okay, correspondence. We have before us the e-bulletin from the Manitoba School Boards Association. Let's see. It's all old news. Okay, 2025 record of convention proceedings. Oh, there's the record of proceedings from the convention for those of you who weren't able to attend. This for your records. Okay. 13, committee reports. 13.1, policy committee. That's Trustee Sharker. And
We have a meeting tomorrow? Did
Yes.
somebody report at the last meeting about?
You didn't have a meeting.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So there'll be a report at the next regular board meeting.
13.2, education programming committee.
I can provide a report on the meeting that took place on March 25th. We received a literacy leads presentation that spoke to the good work that's happening with the literacy leads, Kaylin Weber and Terry Anacito. Discussed shifting the balance PD with 6 sessions for early years and 6 sessions for middle years. All after school professional development. Received some info or an introduction to UFLI, 2 sessions and 2 more for this year. There's an intro to report card writing PD, Treaty Education Day training number 2, provided 3 sessions this year. There's been a purchase of 150 plus new resources for the Indigenous Resource Library. Facilitate the early literacy program 1 to 3. So there's 72 students in the program across 5 elementary schools, 170 students on the spring wait list. Next year, planning early years foundational skills for reading and writing, scope and sequence, foundational literacy skills, assessment and intervention. Creating text sets and media resources. Created 11 socio-emotional theme test sets for K to 4, working on doing the same for social studies. Supporting teachers in creating applicable, responsive classroom practices focused on literacy instruction. Example was the power of read out louds. The single most important activity for building knowledge and skills required for learning to read and beyond. Literacy kits make and take participation in the Shifting the Balance PD series, the assessment pilot program at 2 elementary schools, grade 1 and 2, conducted 3 times a year, supporting teachers in creating applicable responsive classroom practices, PD, year 3 of teaching reading, K to 3, MRLC, 13 participants, and K to 8 comprehensive literacy approach, 12 participants. Part of the CST team that supports many Indigenous education learning opportunities, the MAP, blanket exercise, camps, literacy nights, and FAST, Families and Schools Together. Lastly was an update on the bus. So as mentioned, we received $120,000, of which 110 is for the purchase of a bus and 10,000 for other expenses. Currently advertising for an off-campus junior high teacher. Letter sent to DM requesting an extension for training mandate. And that is everything. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, hearing none. 13.3, Public Relations Committee.
Oh, we haven't met. We will be,
We'll have one more meeting in May.
In May?
yeah.
Yeah, we don't have time left in our budget, so. And PR is all about. Yeah, we need some money in order to get some activity going in that particular.
You want to share something?
Yes, exactly. So, but we'll have one final meeting just to do some planning, see if we can, for next year.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta keep the teachers happy. 13.4, Finance Property Committee.
We have not met since last meeting. Our next meeting will be May 13th.
Okay. 13.5, other committees. Any other committees meet?
I'd just like to say that the USW Bargaining Committee, we've been meeting with MSBA, our contact there, and we've been doing some brainstorming, getting ready for our upcoming negotiations. So we'll be continuing that over the next few months, probably.
Okay. Is that the committee you had in mind? No. Okay. Any other committees? Okay, hearing none. Already we go to trustee comments. 14. Trustee Nicolson, you got a comment? What's on your mind?
Nothing actually. Yeah, I do have a comment. The kids are doing tryouts for running, and I guess there's sports that they have this time of year, tryouts. So there's a lot of activity going on there, and it looks like they have a really good turnout. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
You said your boy is running?
Yes, yeah. Well, we'll see if he makes the team, but he's trying out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I was never invited to be on the running team.
No?
Can't imagine why. Trustee Humphrey?
I just want to wish congratulations to the winners of the junior high basketball team. So the Riverside boys came in first, and the Juniper girl team came in first. So it was pretty fun to watch some of those basketball games. So congratulations.
I wasn't invited to that team either.
Just like to say happy retirement to everybody that's announced their retirement, and thank you for your service with the board or with the school district. Have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for your service. Trustee Anderson?
No comment.
Okay. Chairperson report. I am going to Winnipeg on Thursday. This weekend I have a retreat with the Manitoba School Boards Association executive. So Friday I have an onboarding session as a new member because I'm the director now for the region. And then on Saturday we're doing kind of a strategic planning kind of thing going on. So there's 2 new members. There's myself and another member from down south. So there's about 7 regional directors, the 2 VPs, and then the president. So that's the executive. So I'll get a sense of what that's like, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Kind of it'll be nice to see, to meet those folks and see what the provincial level looks like. Yeah, I've never done that before. So, yeah.
I look forward to seeing what you come back with.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think it'll be good that they get some of our reflection, northern perspective. It'll be good. Okay. Having heard from all the trustees, let's hear what the public has to say. Oh. Oh, it's good to see you back, Kathy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
To see everyone.
Yeah. No comment? Boy, oh boy, you two are easy to please. Oh, okay. No heckling even? Not even a heckle? Okay.
And I feel better.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, Paul, you want to heckle or what you got? You got anything to say? Okay. Ooh, making good time. So can I have someone move that we go into camera? Trustee Nicholas Sauce, seconded by Trustee Humby. All those in favor? Okay. Trustee Anderson, you good? In favor?
You're still muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, I was just having issues finding the button. Yeah.
Okay, in camera.